Good afternoon to all of our option traders that trade the S&P 500 calls and puts. One of the things I'm going to show you, it was a few days ago that I called for this big market move to have a big reversal intraday, and it sure was. And I also talked about how we were buying the put options on the S&P. And I'm going to show you right now. The $2,100 put is a weekly put. They were up 201% net change. We bought those. The 2080 puts, S&P, 319% net change for us. Oh yeah, look at the 2070 put. 344.9% change. And look at our below the market put on the 2040. Big super money. And when I say super money, on this particular contract, you could have had with us a big movement. So what I am going to show you is the 2040 strike price on that S&P was 35 cents. And this is an S&P put chart. Everybody loves to trade options. They've never seen a put chart. You know who you are. Don't sit here and pretend like you have. You could have bought these contracts with us for 35 cents. 20 contracts at 35 cents right here. Here is the low. They moved $3. That's a $9,000 profit right there. And not only that, my friends, the $2,100 puts that we bought, and we told everybody, and we said that these put options used to be way up here around $64. They were deflated. This is a put chart, my friends, and a lot of people have never seen it, ever, but they want to trade options. Come on, don't you think there's something wrong with that? You want to get paid that big money? You get over here with this. You could have bought these 3 days ago for $4.80. The second day yesterday, their high was $13.60. Today, when that S&P went down huge, now they're up to $38. Do you realize with 30 contracts, you're making well over $100,000 in the matter of a couple of days? And I'm going to pull up stockmarketfunding.com, and I said that this S&P was going to tank. And I said, stock market sell-off of 2015, super bubble. Super bubble. And I called for this next down move, just like I did in the beginning of the year. And we have all of the live analysis right now. And you can join us. Biotech got slammed today, big time. We have all of the S&P 500 and how the options trade, and we're making bigger than big money. I mean, once again, we've been trading these options. Listen, that $2,100 put had a huge payday today. If you had 10 contracts, you'd be making $30,000. Now, I'm also going to feature the 2080 put on this S&P. And you can see right here that they plus 319%. The last print was 2057. You bought 10 contracts, $3,200. You're up $18,000. You're up $18,000. Come on. We called it. Sign up. Great move on that put side of that S&P, my friends. Let me show you this one. Yeah, if you made as much money as we did today, you would be super happy. So bear with me, everyone. The contract was $1.20 on the 2070 put. And if you don't think so, man, that's on that put chart. And I am telling you right now that the intraday low, they got the low right here at $1.90, and that's on that 20, that's his put option. And this put option is the strike price of 2070. And that's 344% net change percent. And we called these big markets. I mean, when the puts were up here, they were totally inflated. And what they do, whether it's calls or puts, you better join our option trading. Yeah, they were extremely retail. And then guess what happened? When the stock market was rallying up to all-time highs, the put option was coming down. And this entry over here, yeah, $1.20. So if you had 10 contracts for $1,200, you're up $13,000. But guess what? If you're like us, we buy 100 of those for $12,000, and we're making close to $100,000. We wish that you would get here. I'm going to keep running on. I showed the 20s, so you had the 21, the 2180, 2070, and once again on the 2040 put. So you got to know one thing. You have to know what's inflated and or deflated. And this was a great trade. It is a 2040 put price. And when I say that we made hundreds of thousands of dollars, you could have bought it for, 25 cents. So you bought 50 of them at 25 cents, and today's high was 340. You just made a lot of money off a 25-cent investment. So do the math, people. That was the 2040 put, and it was out of the money. And I'm just very happy to let you see everything so that you can understand why. Okay? And once again, listen, for 25 cents, 50 contracts, well over $10,000, and we have all the proof about option trading. We are market makers. We said that this trade was going to pay big money, and it already paid us even bigger money on the last time. Oh yeah, S&P 500. The proof is here before the fact. Why don't you get your sign up right now? Do yourself a favor and get paid this big money. I just can tell you right here, we're going to continue making money. And it was a 25-cent price that we traded. And once again, I will highlight the fact that the public will not get their hands on this trade. And here it is. They used to be about $25 up here, and they were inflated. So when the stock market rallied, this put side went straight down at 25 cents. Your biggest downside was 25 cents. And we're already up $10,000 on that trade there as well right now. And you know what? Say I've been given a gift. Say I've been given a gift. And in our option program, I've been given a gift. We got monthly and yearlies, and all of the entry on these things like this, and the options on the S&P 500 will make you bigger than big. Once again, everybody, it's been our pleasure, and we want you to come on this ride. You deserve to make this kind of money. You deserve the people that got screwed all the way from $25 down to 25 cents. They were on the wrong side of the market, and we bought them down here. Yes, we did at 25 cents. Once again, send us an email. Get signed up. We do care about you.